So I managed to get out of going to court today, and I sneaked out for a while to work in the garden. It's a pretty day. Let me show you what I got going on here. I'm getting excited about the garden. Every year, by the time the garden's over, you know, in October or whatever, September, October, I'm kind of tired of it and I'm ready to be done with it. But come April the next year, I'm ready to get those plants in and start watching them grow. Yeah. All right, these are my pepper plants. You saw serrano there. I put out 4 of those, 4 jalapenos, 3 cayennes, and 2 habanero peppers. Put out some tomato plants. These are the better boys, the big tomatoes. The Romas are what we use for salsa. We'll put those out pretty soon, but the nursery didn't have any yet. Put a lot of manure on the garden this year, several thousand pounds, I'd say. During the winter time, I go out and got a couple of nice farmers that let me go out on their farm and pick up cow pies, and that's what I do.
All those cow pies out there, I'm walking around and shoving them in these buckets, putting them in my truck for the garden. They'll really help the garden.
Taking a break. So we really take advantage of the opportunity to get that cow manure, and we put it on everything, even the flower beds here. So last year, I felt like I had too much shade, all these trees growing over the garden. So got my nephew out. He's a hell of a tree climber, and got him to help me trim a bunch of these limbs. I got a bunch of limbs to help provide more shade over the garden.
Dangerously close to that building. Good job. Success.
So lots of cow manure, lots of sunlight. We got our plants going. This is going to be good. So here's hoping that the result of all this work is that we're going to have a whole bunch of tomatoes and peppers and okra and green beans and squash in our garden this year for some extra food. And you know, when I was a kid, I hated working in the garden. My daddy made me work in the garden. I just hated it. But man, now I'm glad Daddy showed me all that stuff. I really appreciate it. So let's see how this year goes. We'll see how the garden goes.